Hi, I'm Kranti Sambhav and you're watching Overdrive. And this is the latest Tata Punch EV. We know most of the stuff about this Tata Punch EV. For example, the prices, the battery pack, the official or claimed range. We know what kind of trim levels or personas are we looking at. We also know that this car is based on Acti.ev architecture platform. This is the first Tata electric car which is based on that platform. But what we don't know, how it drives and what kind of real life range are we looking at and how comfortable it is. So let's talk about those elements which separate Tata Punch EV from the Punch ICE version. And one, obviously, looks department. And then you have more features in this car and the new Acti.ev platform. Punch EV now adopts a face similar to its older sibling. LED DRLs with welcome and goodbye sequences, smart charging indicators and LED projector headlamps with cornering fog lamps mimic the Nexon EV's design. The exterior otherwise remains familiar with a new alloy wheel design and Punch.ev badging on the back, marking the difference. Not to forget the 14-litre trunk, an added convenience. Inside, the Punch EV undergoes a significant transformation. The dashboard receives a complete redesign, featuring the Nexon's illuminated steering wheel. A larger 10.25-inch infotainment screen takes center stage with a 10-inch digital cockpit offering multiple views or layouts. The Punch EV comes with 6 airbags, ESP and ISOFIX child seat mounts as standard. Additional features like SOS call function, rear parking sensors, and a 360-degree camera with blind spot monitoring are available on the higher trims or personas. The camera quality could be better to match the premium theme of the higher trims. Hill hold and descent control, along with an electronic parking brake with auto hold for extra convenience and safety. Top variants boast disc brakes on all 4 wheels for optimal stopping power. So this story has 2 parts, one being the product itself and then the platform it stands on. Punch EV is the first product from Tata Passengers Electric Mobility based on the Acti.ev platform, which claims 10% better energy density and boasts several capabilities and modularity. The battery pack design offers multiple range options up to 600 kilometers. The same platform can be used to accommodate all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive options and can also support 7.2 kilowatt to 11 kilowatt on-board chargers for AC and DC fast charging. Tata Electric claims that the user will get a 100-kilometer range with just 10 minutes of charging. Acti.ev can also support multiple body styles, capable of meeting future crash test standards and is ADAS Level 2 ready. While developing this Acti.ev architecture platform, Tata Motors was clear that they didn't want to compromise on the ground clearance of the Tata Punch or the cabin space, even with the batteries fitted inside. That is the reason we still have 190 mm of ground clearance. And just to showcase its capability, they have also organized one off-roading session with the Tata Punch EV. Punch EV gets 2 versions, the standard and a long range. The standard version starts at Rs 10.99 lakh for the smart persona and the top end is called Empowered Plus Persona, which is for Rs 13.29 lakh. This version is fitted with a 25 kWh battery pack where the motor produces 80.4 bhp of power and 140 Nm of torque. The range is 315 km in one charge and it can go from 0 to 100 in 13.5 seconds. The Punch EV long range is starting at an ex-showroom price of Rs 12.99 lakh and the top end is for Rs 14.49 lakh. This gets a 35 kWh battery and a range of 421 km. The power output is 121 bhp and torque of 190 Nm. 0 to 100 in 9.5 seconds. The standard version will take 9.5 hours to charge at home via an AC home wall box charger and 13.5 hours for the long range version. In case you want to pay rupees 50,000 extra, you get a 7.2 kilowatt AC home wall box charger which will charge the Punch EV in 3.6 hours and Punch EV long range in 5 hours. In case you want to charge it on the go, 9.4 hours and 13.5 hours for these two versions from a regular 15 ampere plug point. And if you find a DC charger, Punch EV can be charged from 10 to 80% in 56 minutes.
Now comes that part where EVs outshine their ICE counterparts, well mostly, and in this case definitely Punch EV is really punchy. The acceleration is smooth, linear, but exciting. Overall instantaneous torque and that grunt makes it a very fun car to drive. The weight is also something which works in its favor where depending upon the battery pack you have, this is maybe 200 to 300 kg extra than the Punch ICE version. And overall it feels robust and rigid, but not in an uncomfortable way. Suspension balance is something which impressed me a lot. It felt composed and comfortable in the city driving conditions, very planted on the highways and pretty confident on the corners as well. So on a scale of Punch ICE to Nexon EV, I think this is good 6 or 7.
Now for the range, we started the drive with 99% battery, showing a projected range of 330 kilometers. After covering approximately 170 kilometers, we finished the drive with 24% charge and an estimated 53 kilometers range remaining, which obviously varies depending on your driving style. Therefore, based on a typical media test drive style driving, the long range version's real world range seems to be around 225 to 26 kilometers, which can surely increase with consistent and controlled driving. The Punch EV ticks most boxes for modern buyers. The interior is an upgrade over the ICE version and the price, though introductory, is competitive. It hits the mark on design, features and range, offering enough for daily and for some of us even weekly commutes. However, there are a few minor chinks. Rear legroom might feel cramped for taller passengers, the drive mode selector could be more responsive and there's no spare tire included. But these are not deal breakers looking at the whole package. So if you're looking for an affordable EV for your small family or don't have the budget for a Nexon EV, Punch EV hits the sweet spot. It has the potential to repeat the success of its bigger sibling.